Right now on Up with KREM, students across the Inland Northwest are heading back to school today. Things will look a little bit different to ensure student safety and success. Channing Curtis live this morning in Deer Park with what families can expect.
That's right, Tim. It is such an exciting day out here at Deer Park Elementary. We've already seen some teachers heading inside with all of their supplies. And speaking of school supplies, Deer Park is doing something pretty special for their students this year. I'll tell you all about it in just a bit.
And it might be a little bit chilly as you head to the classroom this morning. Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is live in Cheney with the very latest back to school forecast.
Oh, you've got it. It is chilly early on this morning. We're in the 30s, both Channing and myself. And so as these kids come to school for the first day, it's a cold start to meteorological fall. That's right, kids. It's meteorological fall, and I've got your forecast.
A growing wildfire is threatening thousands of homes near Lake Tahoe. This morning, KREM 2 has team coverage outside of Sacramento from the fire line.
Up with KREM begins now.
Hey there, good morning friends. Thanks so much for starting your morning with us on the best first day ever. It is back to school day here on Up with KREM on this Wednesday. I'm Tim Pham. Today, obviously a very exciting day as we say welcome back to school to students across the Inland Northwest. A big shout out to Medical Lake and Riverside School District families starting today. It's also the first day of school for Deer Park School District and Cheney Public Schools. It's where we find our Up with KREM friends out in the field today. Channing Curtis and Jeremy Legoo hanging out, talking to students this morning. Channing is in Deer Park. She's talking about the latest about how the school district is supporting school students this year with supplies. And Jeremy is at Snowden Elementary in Cheney with your back to school forecast. We do want to begin our team coverage with Channing though. Channing, what's Deer Park doing this year and what can families expect?
Well, hey, good morning, Tim, and good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on Up with KREM. You're right, it is a very exciting day because it is the first day of school for the students here at Deer Park. I'm here at Deer Park Elementary, and I just love the first day of school, especially when I was in elementary school. So I'm joined right now by the Assistant Superintendent, Alexa Allman. So thanks for waking up early with us on Up with KREM.
Thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about the excitement coming into the first day of school.
It is the first day of school. It is so exciting. The kids come in so excited, so happy to be here. Same with the educators, all the hard work and preparation that they have put in. The day has come, the day is here, so we are very excited to be welcoming our students and our educators today.
Absolutely. We've already seen a few of them coming in today. They had all their boxes of supplies and everything ready for that first day of class. And I think sometimes people think teachers only work during the school year. They actually do a lot of prep work during the summer as well.
Definitely. They have been in since last week getting their classrooms ready, getting supplies ready, and just with the anticipation of students coming. They've also been engaged in professional learning the last couple of days, so I think that they're ready to go.
And now speaking of getting their classrooms ready, I understand that Deer Park, along with several other districts in this area, are doing something pretty special for their students this year.
Yes, this year is a really special year. The school districts around us have been provided with some additional funding to look at equity for all students and making sure that students have what they need. Various school districts around us have selected to spend the funding in a variety of ways to meet student needs. Deer Park, as well as some other school districts around us, have selected to purchase school supplies for students K-8, really just to meet the needs of students and the families this year. This is something we've actually talked about for a couple of years, and this was the year we decided to go ahead and go through with it. The feedback that we've had from our community, from our families, and from the parents has been really positive. They're very grateful. This has been a tough summer for our students, especially given the environment this summer, so it's been a really great year.
Absolutely. Such a great service to be able to provide to so many of your students, rather. So when we're saying school supplies, what kind of things are we talking about here?
We're talking about pencils and pencil holders and folders, notebooks, all of the basic supplies that are needed to come into school, glue sticks, erasers, you name it. The educators provided us their supply list, and then we worked diligently all summer in central office to make sure that they were ordered and delivered, and then teachers have been setting up their classrooms.
That's
So,
awesome. So this morning when the parents are coming in, all they have to do is grab their backpack, grab their lunch. They're good to go.
absolutely. And just want to say a special thanks to our district office personnel who have worked tirelessly over the summer to make sure that they're here and ready to go for students. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are excited, gearing up for the first day of school. I'm excited to see all of the smiling faces. I can't wait to see all the kiddos once they're lining up and heading on in.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting, and happy first day of school to all the students and all of our educators out there. Have a great day.
All right. On that note then, Tim, I'll send things back to you in the studio.
Oh, what a wonderful thing they're doing, Channing. Yeah, thanks also to all of our educators out there. This is a big day for them too. We know they're very excited as well. So this morning, we want you to send your back to school pictures. Text them to us, 509-448-2000. You can see your picture here on the show, and we've already received some great photos there. I think in the bottom left, look at Nicole Hernandez. Sporting her first day outfit. I love it. Well, thanks so much for sending in these photos. We'll be talking about them throughout the morning, all week here on our special back to school coverage here on Up with KREM. This morning, our Jeremy Legoo live in Cheney at Snowden Elementary to talk about the back to school forecast. And Jeremy is a tough grader on the forecast. He is giving letter grades to the forecast. And Jeremy, what's the grade for today?
Right now, I think we're at like a solid B. It's a solid B this morning. And the reason is it's quite chilly out here. No, it's just cold. We're just going to call it cold because technically it's still summer. Astronomical fall doesn't actually start until September 22nd. But if you're one of us meteorologists, we actually call fall today. It's the ease of record keeping by calling it a full month instead of having those days kind of move around just a bit. So for us, we're going, okay, this is kind of what we expect, but no, it's cold. So let's get you out the door with what you expect in Spokane. Your temperatures are in the 40s, the low 40s, because it's cold. Out in Cheney and up in Deer Park, we're in the 30s. It's a chilly one, and we have frost advisories in place across much of the inland Northwest for those cool temperatures. That's northeastern Washington, parts of North Idaho, and then down into the Palouse. You cut out Spokane and Coeur d'Alene because those towns or the cities actually wind up keeping temperatures a bit warmer. You get just outside of them, those temps drop quick, so just know it's a chilly one for a lot of us. And well, as we move through the day, we can eventually expect temps to warm up, but we are clear outside right now, and those clear conditions allowed our temps to drop. We always talk about radiative cooling, and that's exactly what happened overnight. Light wind and no clouds got those temps to drop. Thankfully, air quality remains hovering right on the edge of good to moderate this morning, and that's likely where we stay through much of the day today. But as Tim mentioned, the pop quiz forecast. Now this is for Spokane. So this morning, temps dropping down into the 40s. I think by the time you would be heading to school, you're going to be in the mid 40s. By this afternoon, those temps are going to climb up to the low 70s. This afternoon's definitely an A in terms of forecast. This morning, I'm going B because it's chilly. It's so cold that I'm starting to shiver just a little bit out here, but we're down in the 30s. So if you're heading out the door and you're going to your first day of school, bundle up this morning. By this afternoon, you're probably going to be ditching the coat and walking home in a t-shirt, maybe swinging that coat around, maybe forgetting it at class, but you need the coat tomorrow because tomorrow's going to be cold as well. So kids, bring the coat this morning. Coat goes in the backpack today because you're going to need it tomorrow.
For some reason, I have a visual of Jeremy swinging his coat. You were totally that kid.
Yes. Do you think I had like anything other than distraction, just playing with it the whole way home?
I love it. I love it. All right, Jeremy, thanks so much. We'll check back in for the forecast in a little bit. All right, 7:09 now here on a Wednesday morning. It is time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Idaho Governor Brad Little is remobilizing the National Guard. 150 guardsmen and 200 federal workers will come to Idaho to help medical staff. A special 20-person medical response team from the Pentagon will also be coming to northern Idaho. Little says he is on the verge of enacting crisis standards of care for the state. Now, this is something that Kootenai Health has already done to address the growing number of cases.
This affects all of us, not just patients with COVID-19. We cannot allow that to happen until we have done all we can to address the crisis playing out in our hospitals. We are pulling out all of the stops.
The governor also saying the single most important thing that can be done is improving vaccination rates. He says nearly every new COVID case in Idaho is someone who was unvaccinated. 6 children are currently in critical care due to COVID-19 at Sacred Heart. Spokane Regional Health District reported 291 new COVID cases on Monday. The district dashboard showing 68 people under the age of 19 have been hospitalized since the beginning of the pandemic. Spokane Public Schools are making a push to hire more mental health professionals for the upcoming school year. The school district is the only one in Washington state licensed as a mental health agency. They are using federal funding to hire more mental health professionals to benefit students.
We can be able to reach more kids and families, and if we can help the child, siblings, and families, that's our goal.
Dr. KREM says hiring more therapists and counselors is a direct response to the severe challenges of COVID. They are hoping that parents will see the efforts as the district forming a strong partnership with them. And that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKrem on social media. We're going to take a quick break. More Up with KREM right after this.